Welcome back to the Olivia Pope Redemption Tour 2017 with special guest Fitzgerald Grant, sponsored by Faulty Surveillance Equipment and the Smithsonian Museum. But seriously, this final season of Scandal is an homage to the show's past, a redemption tour for our girl, Olivia. It comes off a particularly difficult season that seemed to drag on forever, and on top of that, the season has been divisive. A lot of you have given up, and let me be really straight with you, I get it. I sometimes, unfortunately, read the comments, this show is off its rocker. Accurate, but that's why we signed up. Off a cliff, right? Olivia is unredeemable. You know what, maybe. And that's what we've signed up for, too. Scandal says more about Shonda's demons than anything else. Okay, calm down, comments section. Take a lap. Have some wine or popcorn or I don't know, a breather. Regardless, we're still here, and last week, Quinn went missing on her wedding day, while her engagement ring was left behind. Poor Glackland almost got the pulp, you get it? Because of the bag of oranges, never mind, beaten out of him. Charlie is devastated. This week, we pick up where we left off. Season 1 had us asking, who is Quinn Perkins, but 6 years later, we're invested and worried and gladiators for a new woman in charge, and we need to know, where is Quinn Perkins? We pick up with the obvious, Quinn leaving QPA to, well, go to her wedding. The elevator stops, she's in her wedding dress, and someone appears and kidnaps her. We knew Quinn never ran. She seems to have been chloroformed. Back at QPA, Charlie has given up. He's diving in on revenge plots, but Huck hasn't given up hope. Abby shows up with information on a 9 months pregnant brunette in Germantown who has D, so it's not looking great for our girl. And Olivia Pope is feeling super guilty. She tells Jake that she wants justice for Quinn. She wants the monster who did this finished. Charlie can't seem to bring himself to go to Germantown to see if that's Quinn or not, but Olivia tells him he has to go because it's not her. They discuss just how wonderful Quinn is. If anyone has evolved throughout this series, it's definitely been Quinn. When she's on her own though, Olivia can barely process it all. Charlie makes it to Germantown, which is, as a former DC resident, dude, that's a hike, and confirms that the woman is not Quinn, so the search continues. As a side note, Cyrus pulls Abby aside to explain that it's not cool to beat his PSEUD0 boyfriend with a bag of freaking oranges even if they allegedly don't cause a bruise. When Cy figures out that the order comes from Jake, he decides to confront him because in this B613 business, there's no room for errors. Jake retreats back to Olivia to discuss what's going on, and there's a little bit of light, a shred of sunshine peering through a crack, because Olivia starts questioning whether they are the monsters, though they didn't actually take Quinn. It's a nice, necessary moment for her, but before she can process that, Olivia is called away to meet with her father. I have so much to say about this, which we'll get to in a second. She meets with Rowan, who admits that he has Quinn. Quinn is Olivia's downfall, and she's not going to jeopardize her, so in return, Rowan wants his bones. He wants his freedom. Olivia calls his bluff. She's convinced he won't touch Quinn. They call each other's bluffs, even if Jake doesn't think it's a bluff. So let's discuss that. This is the perfect segue to the second part of this season, because Rowan's bones, his freedom, that release is now ultimately his addiction and his curse. He loves being command, and though it started out as a power play, it's now a sacrifice, or at least, that's the way he sees it. By taking Quinn, whom he has no interest in hurting, he's saving Olivia. He's absorbing the burden of being command from his daughter, whom he desperately hopes will find happiness. Taking Quinn isn't about his dinosaur literally. It's about his dinosaur figuratively. His dinosaur is his position as command, and it just so happens that his dinosaur is the thing that he's addicted to and the thing he can save his daughter from. Recap continues on page 2.